We are behind the scenes at the Tom Bradley International Terminal here at LAX, a $1.5 billion renovation taking place. I'm Michael Reel. This is REELURBANNEWS.com.
The Hobbit.
Okay, great.
I like to take pictures of myself.
Oh, please. Advertising.
Yep. And advertisements, promotions. So.
Wow, look at that.
Qantas, they arrive in the morning, they depart late at night, and then we have three that... Over here is one of our daily A380 flights, an Air France A380. As I mentioned earlier, we have 6 A380 flights a day from 5 different airlines. We have Air France, China Southern, Qantas, Singapore Airlines, and Korean Airlines. These aircraft are very unique in that they are with 2 separate levels. The upper deck is usually first class, business class, and sometimes premium economy, and the lower level is mostly all economy. Approximately 450 passengers can ride in this aircraft configured the way it is. If it was all economy class, they could probably cram in around 800 passengers. But to make it more appealing to passengers, for most of the passengers, the airlines usually do the bottom row is economy and the upper deck for the more premium passengers. We're in what's known as the Great Hall area. This will be as soon as passengers come through with their tickets, past the security screening. The first thing they'll see is this big open area. This will be downstairs is where we're going to have our shopping experience. The level straight ahead, the tiered level, which we kind of refer to as the wedding cake. We're going to have a lot of our restaurants in that area. Exterior seating there, so passengers as they're eating, they can view the electronic media system, which we're going to have along. You can see the framework along here. We're actually, with this project, we're creating around 150,000 square feet of new concession space for this terminal. This is one of our gatehouses. Basically, this is the area when passengers arrive or depart from the gate or from the aircraft. They'll use this to come through the gatehouse. One of the unique things about the new terminal is we'll have 3 jetways on the side of the terminal to accommodate the A380 aircraft. 2 of the jetways will be for the lower deck of the aircraft, and then this one for the upper deck.
And those jumbo, in layman's terms, that's the jumbo.
Yes, the super jumbo jets.
Super jumbo jets.
Exactly.
They would be able to land here, fly in here, without any kind of hesitation. And there's space being made available.
Yeah, that's one of the problems we currently have with our existing terminal, is we don't have enough gates to accommodate the super large aircraft of the day, the new large aircraft. We'll have 9 gates specifically for the Group 6 aircraft. The Group 6 aircraft are the Airbus A-380, the Boeing 747-8, and then we also have the 787 that just started flying into the airport.
When do you all anticipate these aircraft being able to land successfully and deplane passengers?
Well, this part of the terminal will open up mid-summer of this year, and we've already got one portion of the terminal already opened up to allow for the A380 aircraft to arrive at the gate.
How many airlines are coming in to LAX Bradley Terminal that are super jumbo?
Well, we currently have 6 airlines that serve LAX with the A380 aircraft. We have 2 flights a day by Qantas. China Southern has 1 flight a day. Korean, Singapore, and Air France. Additionally, we have Lufthansa flying the 747-8, which is also one of the new Group 6 aircraft. We're on the sterile corridor, the arrival level. One of the unique things about this terminal as compared to the existing Tom Bradley terminal is when a passenger arrives at this terminal, they'll be above ground. They'll be able to look outside the window, see downtown LA on a clear day, see the mountains. It's going to be a completely different experience than what currently exists when passengers currently arrive at the existing Tom Bradley terminal. They just get off a plane, go into an underground tunnel, go out to customs, and it's not really the greatest passenger experience. This is going to be a completely new experience for them.
propane going. I need to get downstairs.
Go get the propane.
So,
all right, go get that. All right.
So instead of closing it in and having a separate ventilation system, we decided to open it up. And up at the top here is we'll have these basically some artwork. So it also provides a security precaution so that people can't toss things above the ceiling. Sure. So it's going to be a very sterile and secure area for the riding passengers.
And as you talked about earlier, the current experience does not provide this opportunity to look out of these windows.
Exactly.
Take like a really panoramic view of Los Angeles and downtown, the mountains, on a clear day.
Exactly. Yeah. Our existing terminal is a lot more claustrophobic than this. You can see the huge ceilings that we have, the open space, the big windows to be able to look out. So it's going to be a great experience. That right there is the back wall of the existing terminal. That's the wall we'll knock out. When passengers enter the building, they'll be walking along the bridge, downstairs, and into the new gate hall.
All right. This behind us is what?
This is what we're calling our time tower, which is actually an elevator that will go to all the different levels of the new terminal. One of the unique things about it, it's going to be clad in LED lighting. At the top there will always be a clock. It could be a digital, look analog, but it'll be continually changing in styles all throughout the day. It's going to be very reminiscent of the train stations of the past, you know, like Grand Central Station. Immediately notice the clock in the middle of the building. That's what we'll have here. As soon as passengers walk into a new building, one of the first things they'll notice is this huge time tower. And it's going to be also very like a focal point of the Great Hall, a meeting location for all the passengers. Behind me is the new $1.5 billion Tom Bradley International Terminal. The building itself was designed by Fentress Architects. As you can see from the roof line, one of the things the architect did is kind of got an idea of what LA was about. He knew LA is a very open area. He wanted to be able people to see, you know, downtown, see the mountains and everything. So you'll notice a lot of the glass, so the passengers can look out and see the whole environment. Also, LAX borders the Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is just in less than a mile to the west of us. And he encapsulated the Pacific Ocean in the design of the roofline. As you'll notice, the roofline itself is supposed to represent the cresting of waves as they go down.
Numbers? Is there another location to do that, or is this the best location to do that?
So this is fine. Basically, we're spending around $2 million a day on the construction here at the airport. Like I mentioned previously, this is just one piece of a $4 billion modernization of LAX. And we're actually about midway through with this program, and we want to continue the progress that we've made. We've identified an additional $2 billion worth of projects that we want to move forward with in the future. So basically, we're going to have about a $6 billion modernization of LAX when we're done by the year 2020.
What other areas have you all identified that need to be brought up to speed or brought into the 21st century?
All the other terminals throughout the airport. This is going to be like crown jewel of the airport. A lot of our other terminals, they currently don't look as modern. We really want to bring those terminals up as well, so that regardless of what terminal that you're flying out of, you're going to have a new passenger experience going through the terminals. You'll feel like you're going through a more modern facility than you currently are.
We were talking off camera about this particular airport, and like other airports, being a city unto themselves. We know LAX had its own police department, its own fire department. Now you're you're creating an experience. It's almost like a small town or a small city.
Exactly, exactly. On any given day, we have around 50,000 employees working here at the airport, whether it's the airline employees, concession workers, city staff, public safety, security. It is a city, a city amongst itself, and basically any kind of job that you can think of, it's going on here at the airport.
How many passengers are you seeing? And I know you talked about the increased numbers with the modern Bradley terminal. What are you guys currently seeing in terms of passengers?
In 2011, 62 million passengers came through LAX airport. The final numbers for 2012 haven't been released, but I believe it would be around 64 million passengers that have come through the airport.
And once this crown jewel is complete, we're looking to increase those numbers.
Yeah,
in terms of international travel.
Exactly. International travel is definitely one of the most important aspects of the airport. It's also for the city of LA. International passengers are known to spend more money, spend more time in the LA area, and that's what we're really trying to attract, international travel.
So this is part of the whole tourism drive to ratchet up, if you will, tourism here in Southern California.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, LAX is great for just the LA area, but in reality, it's going to help the whole Southern California region.